Did you hear? Basi's bread is enchanted, Nia whispered, leaning in close to the crowd gathered around her at the market. One bite, and you'll never be the same. The villagers leaned in, wide-eyed, as Nia's words spread like wildfire. Basi had always been just an ordinary baker, but today, his name carried an air of mystery, and perhaps even danger. Could it really be true? Could bread do something so strange? None of them could have guessed how one small rumor would turn their peaceful village into a circus of suspicion, secrets, and side-splitting chaos. The story begins on a quiet, uneventful morning in Tanje, a village known for its bustling marketplace, endless gossip, and colorful characters. Basi, the village baker, has recently been feeling overshadowed by the new spice trader, Kemi, who's been attracting everyone's attention with her exotic herbs and spices. Feeling a little insecure and wanting to reclaim his spotlight, Basi tells a fib to his friend Madhu. As Basi hands over a fresh loaf, he leans in and whispers, "This bread? Oh, it's no ordinary bread. I've used a special ingredient that makes it irresistible." He expects Madhu to raise an eyebrow, maybe give a polite chuckle, and move on. But Madhu, intrigued and overly enthusiastic, tells his sister Nia, who's the town's most notorious gossip. Now, Nia can't resist a juicy morsel of intrigue. She hurries to the market and spreads the word to everyone who will listen. "Did you hear about Basi's bread?" she whispers. "It's got something special in it. No one knows what it is, but they say it's irresistible. And just between us, I heard it might even have magical properties." The rumor gains a life of its own. Before long, every villager is buzzing with speculation. Some think the bread's secret is a rare herb from the mountains. Others swear it must contain a love potion. Kemi, the spice trader, feels threatened by Basi's new popularity and begins hinting that the ingredient might be questionable, suggesting that Basi may not be following village food laws. The butcher, who lost customers to Basi's bakery, starts telling people that he heard Basi's secret ingredient is a forbidden spice that turns people into bread addicts, leaving them helplessly craving more. "Trust me, I know a shady ingredient when I see one," he insists, with a dramatic nod. The health committee gets involved. Things escalate when the village's health committee, led by the high-strung councilwoman, Madame Bimpe, gets wind of the rumor. Madame Bimpe declares a village-wide investigation to root out any harmful substances in the marketplace. She marches into Basi's bakery, demanding an inspection and a full confession. Basi, who's too deep into his own lie by now, gives an exaggerated sigh and says, "I'm afraid I can't reveal my family's secret." Now, Madame Bimpe is convinced she's on the verge of uncovering a scandal. A secret so dark he won't reveal it. This is a health emergency. She cries as a crowd gathers outside the bakery. The investigation becomes a spectacle. The village council issues new rules that require every vendor to disclose the ingredients of their goods. Meanwhile, the rumor around Basi's special ingredient grows more elaborate with each retelling. One version claims the bread contains a drop of tears from a forest spirit, another that it's kneaded with magical herbs that enchant anyone who eats it. Even the village priest, Father Tunde, weighs in. He claims he felt a strange warmth after eating a slice of Basi's bread and warns people against succumbing to dark forces disguised as baked goods. The village falls into chaos. Soon, the situation spirals completely out of control. Basi's loyal customers refuse to reveal what the bread does to them, claiming it's a personal experience. Other villagers claim they're feeling side effects just from the smell, and suddenly everyone seems to be affected by Basi's bread in some way. Tensions rise as factions form between Basi bread believers and skeptics of the slice. The believers say that Basi's bread brings them visions of good fortune and refuse to eat anything else, treating it as a sacred item. Skeptics avoid the bakery and start hanging bread-free zone signs in their windows. To compete, other vendors start fabricating secret ingredients too. The butcher's sausages suddenly have enchanted spices, and even the cobbler claims his shoes are sewn with blessed thread. The situation becomes so absurd that the once quiet village of Ntanja is now a marketplace of magical claims, secret recipes, and competitive whispers. The tension becomes so high that the village council calls for a public meeting to restore order. The big reveal. At the meeting, Basi finally stands up, nervous but determined to clear his name. He admits, in front of the entire village that there is no special ingredient and that he only wanted to add a little intrigue to his bakery. The villagers are silent, letting this shocking news sink in. Madame Bimpe's mouth drops open, and Father Tunde looks at his feet, embarrassed by his earlier warnings of dark forces. After a few moments of stunned silence, a laughter bubbles up from the back of the crowd. One by one, the villagers start laughing at the absurdity of it all. Their overblown theories, the absurd claims, the rivalries, the health inspections, even the village priest's supposed visions. The message: through their laughter, the villagers realize how easily they were swept up in a ridiculous lie, each person eager to believe in something fantastical that made their day-to-day lives feel just a bit more exciting. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest of lies can send the most orderly of communities spiraling into chaos. But it's also a reminder of how easily that chaos can be dissolved when people come together and laugh at their own folly. The community learns the importance of discernment, but also gains a renewed sense of humility. The villagers go back to their routines with a story to tell for generations, the story of the little white lie that turned the village upside down. And Basi, his bakery continues to thrive, not because of a special ingredient, but because his bread has now gained the most powerful ingredient of all, a legend. As the villagers of Natanje learned, sometimes even a tiny fib can ripple out and shake an entire community. A single harmless lie brought laughter, chaos, and a reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control when mystery and gossip take over. Did you enjoy this tale of Basi's little white lie? If you'd like to hear more stories about how a single twist of fate can upend a whole village, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you've ever told a harmless lie that got out of hand, share your story in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more wild folktales.